Okay, I'm going to introduce you to my beautiful little Spyder. I call it Wolfie, and the reason being because it's a wolf spider in sheep's clothing, and that's the topic of today's video. So welcome to Wolfie, and I'm Kevin. I'm a Spyder rider in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Council Bluffs, Iowa is at the western side of Iowa, right against the Missouri River, and just across the river is Omaha, Nebraska. So there's some great rides around here, and I'll put those in upcoming videos, so come back please and watch other things. But you can see here, this is a simple little addition that I saw the people putting on their Spyders, and I absolutely love it. It's comfortable. It fits perfectly. I bought one of these off Amazon, and I'll put the link down below so that you can see it, and you'll have no problem fitting it. It requires a knife and just a little bit of a marker and a little bit of precision. I found I bought this size, and I'll put down again what size it is and everything, but as you can see, it fits beautifully. It's my Wolfie Spyder in sheep's clothing, and let me show you how it all comes together. And yeah, definitely well worth spending the money. It's not very expensive, very easy to fit, something you can do yourself. So let's get on with it and show you what I did. Now, to fit the sheep's clothing, the fleece, I am just going to show what I had to do. Now, some people, you could probably just throw it on here and it'll sit there. It doesn't tend to move around. You could put some Velcro or something else, some rubber underneath here, and put it on, but I haven't found it slides at all. I did cut a slit through down in here, and I have a specially adapted seat rest from the normal one that came, well, I had to buy one, but I'll maybe talk about that another day. But they're about, and I'll put a link to that as well if you like. But anyway, the next stage is to actually get the seat out, and as you know, with most of these, you can just wiggle them out, and that just comes out on this little, let me lay it down here so you can see it, little slotted piece of metal that hinges back through the seat here. And I'll talk about that another day, because I think that's well worth having. I'm short, so reaching the pedals and things and getting a nice seat adjustment, I needed to pad it out a little bit, but I'll come back to that another day. So let me just put this out the way for now. There we go. Okay, so now we have the fleece, and you can see, you can't even see where that came out of, but somewhere in there, and there it is in fact, is the actual slot that I cut in the fabric. So what I did first of all is I laid the material back here. I got it positioned at the front here where it was just coming up to the neck here. I was having problems on this side with a trapped nerve down my leg, and I usually get it on the left hand side, which I never get it on the Spyder, but for some reason after riding about 150 miles, my leg would start to hurt on the inside there. So I decided to try one of these mats, and I think it's improving it. I'm not saying it's totally got rid of it, but maybe a little bit of foam underneath that somewhere to raise me up a little bit more. Maybe I'll try that as well, but it certainly made a huge difference. It does stop some of the heat and cold coming up through it, although this one's got heated seats, which I'll use in the winter, but it's nice insulation. It also works pretty well down here where the heat from the engine tends to get a little bit too much, especially in the summer, but I'm sure it'd be great in the winter. Anyway, getting back to how I fitted it. So I lined up the front, and this is the wide piece here with the two legs, I guess, down the back. This is, I don't know why this is the back end of the front anyway, but you can tell by the shape of it that this is the straighter, what I'll call the back end, so I think it's back to front. But anyway, I got that. I measured both ways, and I put it middle on the tank, just touching the tank here. I pushed it back down into the seat here, and then I folded this back and came up with where the marking was, and you can see my pencil marks there, and there's some of the hair coming through. So, and I made it reasonably wide, but not too wide. I didn't want it sliding all over the place. So that's the slot that it comes out. Now, you don't need to take the whole seat out to do this. That's another nice thing. If you've got a seat backrest for the driver, just lift that out, put the mark, and I just marked it, and then very carefully with a sharp Stanley knife type of bladed box cutter, I just very carefully cut through it until I had a slit, and then I winded it out, and I kept bringing up the seat back and just pushing it through from the other side until it came through. And then I laid it down here, and I wanted this to go all the way to almost touching the back. You can see it just sits in the dip here, and that just lets the hair spread out to there. And my wife Anne, sitting in the back here, she says it's very comfortable back there with that on there, and I find it very comfortable at the front. And now the slot is lining up just about where it ought to be. So all I have to do now is just pick this up, and then I just lower it down, and this might be fiddly one-handed, but I just get into the slot there. If I can find the slot. Some of the hair tends to curl down. There we go. So I just push it down, and if I wiggle it a bit, there we go. So now it's pushed all the way down. This will go back there. It will come back here. I can have this. I tend to like to have this up here. As you can see, it gives a high push forward or a low push forward, and you've got options. And inside here there's a big block of memory foam that I just happen to have, but you can put anything in there. There's also the baggie that comes with the seat backet that you buy when you buy it anyway. So I've got room to store some small valuables or odds and ends, sunblock, whatever you want inside there if I want to, and it's available, but it keeps it covered, stops it all falling away. But it's that simple. It's just a case of getting that slot in the right place, and away you go. So this is a very short video, but I hope you can see that my Wolfie Spyder has a nice coat, and the sheep skin works really well for me. So I'll give you the link below. If you like this video, please like, subscribe if you haven't already. Any comments you want to make, hopefully good ones, put them in the comments below. If you don't like it, put comments in below, but be nice and polite and friendly, please. And then I'll respond, and if you need more details or you want more information about anything, just comment down below. And I really like to get your suggestions. I want to improve this channel so that obviously more people watch it. So if you can subscribe, and if you can like, and even if you don't like it, wouldn't it be nice, but please like it if you can, and then I can increase these and maybe add. I've got lots of videos to put up. You might see me wearing the same clothing at the start of the videos, because I'm getting into the fall now, so I'm trying to do a whole bulk of them in one go. So although I'm dressed like a I'll flip this camera around. I'm dressed like an old guy in a hoodie and the old cap on, because it is chilly out here today, but it's a good time of year for me to get started with doing videos, and I've got a bunch, loads of them to produce and put out, so you'll see me very soon on many other videos. So please keep coming back, and I'll try and do some really great videos as I get more cameras and learn how to get better camera angles and things. I hope to be able to produce some slightly different to the normal, and also show you that Iowa, Nebraska, the Midwest is an awesome place to ride. The roads are incredibly good, and they are so quiet. I can ride for miles and maybe see one or two vehicles, and they're also ultra flat. They've got surfaces on them like you wouldn't believe, and we've got twisty road, we've got ups and downs, we've got the whole works. Now it might not be climbing up a mountain, but we've still got some good hills and the bluffs and things that stretch, and you can get in a 150, 200 mile ride and see lots of things. There's lots of small towns to go to, coffee shops, places to eat and drink, and there's a whole load of other things to watch and enjoy. So please keep coming back, and thanks for watching. Bye for now. Ride safe.